What we wanted to show you guys was the amount of time, the different types of phases that our foam shaping department goes through, with pretty much each and every dash. We have 50 to 100 different foaming techniques that we use. So whatever the day calls for, we are kind of strategize and make that happen for your specific job.
What we're working on right here, we have a 70 Barracuda that we're literally just about to start the teardown process. This thing,
nothing has happened to it. This particular customer is doing something custom. So we have our production notes outlined here. Looks like we're gonna be deleting the center speaker area on this. And our technician's gonna have a lot of work cut out for him because he's gonna have to be stripping out all of this old degraded material. It can kind of come in close here, and this is what a lot of you guys are probably familiar with, is this spongy, kind of nasty, degraded foam. That stuff's 55 years old at this point. And where a lot of people try to do it themselves and fill it in with Bondo and just kind of fill in these cracks, the biggest issue with that type of foam is that it's not just in this area. That's happening all the way through here. This crack to this crack, all of that's happening underneath. I'm probably gonna get in trouble for that. All of that degraded foam is happening underneath that vinyl. But we can kind of see exactly, like, these E-body dashes, they more or less are gonna take about 32 hours in foaming when it's like this. That's just in this department. This isn't the teardown process. Let's pop over here and show you what comes after the teardown process. So this is perfect timing. We have a lot of this dash already torn down as we put down this new liquid foam layer. This is a high density type of foam, and you're gonna see what happens here in just a moment. But he's gonna pour that down and it's gonna rise up, and then we gotta smooth that all out. This stuff has like the density of wood. So it's a high density type of foam. And when we get in here, you can take a look at what happens here. This part, we call this the structural foaming aspect of our restoration process. So what we want to do is make sure we have a really strong foundation that we can then sculpt back to where the dash is supposed to be, because we've got a lot of degraded material in there that needs to still come out, and more of that's going to happen during the structural shaping process. If we hang out here for just a moment, you're gonna see what happens with this foam as it rises up like a layer cake. So this is pretty fun to watch. It takes probably about 10 minutes or so. So we're gonna go check something else out over here, and we'll come back over here. This is the phase after. We're still in structural foam work. We're moving from breakdown to the different phases of structural foam. So now we got to reinforce a lot of different areas of it where we've reconstructed most of the dash, and now we have to go in and tie some of the material together. So when we go into vacuum forming, we have a really strong structure that is going to make it through that process. Come on over this way. This is what you're gonna feel when you are reaching out and grabbing brand new dash. When you are pulling it out of the box for the first time, this white foam here is the thinnest layer of aesthetic foam. Again, another high density closed cell foam. We use a closed cell foam because what a lot of these OEMs used for decades and decades was an open cell foam. So it expanded and contracted a lot during the hot months, the winter months. You imagine if you're living in Chicago and you don't have a heated garage, well, the foam in your dash is going like this, in and out, in and out. We found that when we started using a closed cell foam, and this is going back to the 90s that we started doing this, so we've got dashes out in the wild for 35 years. we found that this stuff just lasts a way longer. But when we're done with this white foam layer, we're almost there. It's very close to being finished. That'll go over to the vacuum forming department. Part of prep in this department and getting things ready for the vacuum former is also prepping hard plastic parts. So not technically foaming, but there is a ton of prep work that goes into taking off like a layer of degraded plastic before this can go into the vacuum former. We've done some videos on restoring hard plastic parts, but if you've ever tried to paint hard plastic, good luck. So we found that, prepping it properly, putting it through the vacuum former, so it looks and feels like hard plastic when it's done, but it gives us a brand new textured surface that we can paint and make look brand new again. And as you can see, we've got GTO dashes, early 70s D-body dashes, 59 Cadillac dash, and MGB. We're working on everything in here, which we like to challenge ourselves. So if you got any weird cars that you're working on, you're like, I wish I had a source red interior part, shoot us an email, fill out a quote request online. We got you covered. So we're gonna come back around here to our liquid foam. And I think we're close to tacky right now. I'm not gonna touch it too much, but that stuff it's still curing. So I'm not gonna mess with it. But as you can see, it's rising up. And what we're then gonna be doing is, you hear the grinding in the background. We're gonna be shaping that down, removing a bit more of the old material, and then we gotta, in a lot of cases, do it again, because we need sound structure throughout the whole thing. We haven't even got to the front face of this dash yet. Really common for areas on the front of the dash to have really weak spots. I know I've talked to countless number of guys who are taking the dash out of the car and oops, your thumb goes right through a spot where you're like, I didn't think I had a problem, and now you do. If there are, like, say, chunks missing out of the foam, we got a whole library of parts up there that we can pull down for reference. We have a lot of measurements on this. So if there's like chunks of vinyl and foam missing out of it, typically not an issue. We never ask people to strip down all the foam and vinyl, because we do need some of it for reference points. So if a chunk out of this area is missing, but we still have this area up here, well, we can shape that and then go back up here and restructure that. A lot of people ask us about the differences between a restoration and a reproduction that you might be able to buy online. The biggest difference, I would say, is the fitment and the tooling that's underneath it and the material that it's made out of. A lot of those reproduction dashes are made out of a rubberized urethane. It shrinks over time. There's a thing, shelf shrinkage, when it comes to that type of material, because there's also no metal going through the length of the dash. So that rubber urethane just has nothing to really hold on to. We're using a high density foam. We have the original metal structure underneath it. So there's nowhere for the material to go because there's metal underneath it. It's all bonded to the structure.